Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be on this pretty neutral, smoky, half-cut crease with glitter look. I don't know, I was just kind of naming everything that came to my head at that moment. I think this look is perfect for Thanksgiving coming up because you can't go wrong with a neutral shade palette. And I paired it up with a nude lip. Of course, you could do any lip that you want. I think this is perfect for Thanksgiving coming up, or any day actually. Honestly, I would probably do this, and I never wear shadow to school, but I would probably do this to school one day if I had, a couple more minutes to do it, but without the glitter. I think this is perfect for like an everyday look if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started into the tutorial. For today's look, I'm going to be using the Tarte Pro palette. If you don't know what this looks like, it has all of these warm shades. I'm going to be using this row with the brown and the oranges. The cool thing about this palette is that it's set up in a way where this would be your transition, this would be like your crease, and this would be like to deepen stuff up. That's how each row is set up, and then you have a shimmer shade, and that's how I'm going to use it today. So let's say you don't like these colors that I'm using today, you can follow the same steps but use the different rows for like the colors that you want, if that makes sense. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to start off with the transition shade, which is Classic. Right here, it's like a, well actually that's not even my transition shade, just kidding. Rewind. I'm going to be using the shade called Innocent, which is kind of a nudie shade with like orangey in it. And I'm just going to apply this into the crease. And I'm taking my MAC 217 to do this. And I'm just building it up to the darkness that I want it to be. So now that we have our transition shade down, I'm going to go with the next shade, which is called Whimsy. It's like a burnt orange shade, kind of like a pumpkin shade. And I'm going to take my same brush, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease a little bit. So by that, what I mean is I'm going to go in my crease, but I'm not going to take it as far as I did the transition shade. So I'm just going to deepen this up. So now that our crease is deepened up, I'm going to take the same shade that we just used, Whimsy, and I'm going to pack it onto the outer corner and kind of blend it out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my color switch, and I'm just going to swirl it around because I'm going to get a different brush. But if you can use a clean brush if you wanted to. But I'm going to go back in with that first shade called Innocent, the transition shade, and I'm going to go around and kind of buff these edges out a little bit. So what the color switch does, it kind of cleans off the pigment that's on the brush, and it lets you dip into another shade so it doesn't get all muddy and stuff like that. Now we're definitely going to deepen this look up more with the shade Smoke, just like a chocolatey brown shade. And I'm going in with a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to go on the outermost edge, or like corner, and I'm going to create kind of like a V shape. And I'm also going to bring this into the crease to just give it a little bit more dimension, a little bit more depth. Like, do y'all see the difference? And again, I'm just going to pack on this smoked shade pretty dark because I want this look to be dark, but if you don't want it to be that dark, you don't have to keep adding more. So like I kind of pack it on, and then I start to like kind of blend it out. And then I just run whatever is left on my brush into the crease socket area. I feel like the orange is kind of getting lost, so I'm going to go back in with the Whimsy shade on my MAC 217, and I'm just going to run it through the crease, and this will also help blend out that dark smoke shade that we applied. So I'm going to go ahead and get Whimsy on this brush, and I'm going to drag it in a little bit more towards the center of my eyelid. So I'm going to cut half of my crease because I'm creating a half cut crease. So I'm going to take my concealer. You can use your concealer, your foundation, even use your primer if you wanted to, your eyeshadow primer, and apply it to the inner half of your eye. I just put a little bit on because this Tarte one kind of goes a long way, like a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to start off with a little bit. And I'm using the concealer brush by Sigma. And then whenever I get to like the edge right here where like the concealer and that orange are meeting, I kind of feather it out. And kind of like blend the two together. So it looks a little bit more gradient. Now that we have the concealer down, I'm going to go over it with this shade called Classic. It's a classic cream color. I'm guessing that's why they called it Classic. And I'm just going to go over where we applied the concealer. And I'm going to go back in with Whimsy on my MAC 217. So remember, Whimsy was this orangey color. And I'm going to go over the center. And I'm kind of going to blend the concealer into this shade. So it looks a little bit more gradient, and I have a little bit more of that orange in this look. So I'm just kind of basically applying it onto the center, but making sure that I'm kind of creating a gradient effect between the concealer and this orange shade. Whenever I create half cut creases, I like to deepen up like the inner corner. So I'm going to go back in with this brown smoked shade on a pencil brush. You want like a small little detailed brush so you can like fit it into that crease. And so I'm really going to go in here and just kind of deepen it up a little. So you just it kind of deepens it up, and I don't know, it does something for me. Oh, I love how this looks. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm just going to go in with Smoke, that dark brown shade on this pencil brush, and smoke this out. And right underneath that, so we went with the chocolate brown, now we're going to go back in with that orange right underneath. So this palette, I'm telling you guys, I think now you know what I'm talking about, how like with one row you can create one look. So if you didn't like these colors, say you wanted to do like a cranberry look, just follow these same steps, but you know, start off with this as your transition shade, this as like the outer crease to kind of start deepening up things, and this one to really deepen up the look, and then this you could put like on the inner half of your lid. I like this palette because it just kind of lays everything out for you, so you don't have to do a whole lot of thinking. Now with Innocent, we're going to go right underneath that. So I'm really liking the way this eyeshadow looks. It looks really cool. I do like it like this, but if you want to take it that step further, if you're going to use this look for like the holidays, for Thanksgiving, you want to step it up a little bit, you can go in with glitter. So I'm using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. Just looks like this, and I'm just gonna create a little small line in the crease. You want to be very careful. Just like that, and it just gives it a little bit more of like holidayness. I don't know, it just kind of gives it a little bit more oomph to your look. And I like this little applicator because it's really thin, so you can really get into the crease, like I'm doing now. And if this glitter kind of somehow gets on your lid, like it did here, I guess it didn't dry well, and so it kind of came down the lid, just go over it with the lid color. So I'm going to take that Classic shade and just going to go over that. And for the inner corner, I'm just going to use this palette. You can use your highlighter or whatever. I'm going to use this shade right here called Glam. It's just kind of like a champagne-y gold color. Here, I'll swatch it. I'm just going to take my pinky finger and apply this to the inner corner. It's a little dark actually for my skin tone. But it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my brow bone. And I'm actually liking this look without lashes, so I'm kind of debating if I should apply lashes or not. Should I? Should I not? I'm gonna go ahead and do it, why not? So the lashes I'm gonna wear, the band are kind of gapey, have like a lot of little gaps in between, and I don't want that to show. So what I'm going to do is take my palette in a like winged liner brush, and I'm gonna go in with the dark brown shade, Smoked, and a little bit of the black, and I'm kind of gonna create a line super close to my lash line. This is gonna hide the lash band a little bit. You can use liner if you wanted to, but I don't like liner. I'd rather just use shadow. The lashes I'm going to be wearing are these Ardell Wispy lashes. They're just very natural lashes, and like I mentioned earlier, I really like this look without any lashes, but I wanted to give my lashes a little bit more volume, so that's why I'm gonna go for these. And while that's drying, I'm going to go in with a new liner into the waterline. The cool thing about using a new liner is it's going to make your eyes look a little bit bigger and a little bit more awake. So now I'm going to curl my lashes. If y'all don't do this when you apply false lashes, do it. It just kind of changes everything. It really squeezes your falsies with your natural lashes and it just feels more comfortable. So do that next time you apply lashes if you never do this. This look is very versatile when it comes to pairing it up with a lip color because you could do nude, you can do a dark brown, you can do a vampy burgundy color, you can do like an orange. But today I'm going to do a nude and I'm going to show y'all my favorite nude combo that I've been doing lately. So I've been using a dark liner, like nudish color liner, like let me just swatch this. I usually use a different one, but I don't know where it's at, so I'm just gonna use this one for today. This is by NYX. It's in the shade Nude Beige. So I'm just gonna outline my lips first. I have chocolate on them, how embarrassing. And I also like to overdraw them a bit, just to make them look a little bit bigger. So I just have them lined. I don't fill my whole lips with that liner, because I'm going to go in with this liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's just like pinky shade, nude shade. Okay, once I have that down before it dries really fast, I'm going to go over it again with the nude liner to kind of just blend the two together. So kind of like an ombre lip in a way. And then I'm going to top it off with Over the Top Gloss from the Desi x Katie Dose of Colors collection. I love it. So that has been my go-to nude lip combo. As you can tell, I'm already wearing foundation, blush, and highlight on that stuff. So you could go like this, or you can amp it up a little bit, contour a little bit more. But I don't know, I'm really liking it. It's kind of like I put effort by doing the shadow, and the glitter kind of just takes it a step further. And then the nude glossy lip, it just, I don't know, I feel like this look is very chill, especially for Thanksgiving that's coming up. Personally, I don't even do my makeup on Thanksgiving because we just lay on the couch and just watch like marathons of stuff. Literally, one year me and my god sister, we just watched Cake Boss for like the whole day. So that's what I do. But I feel like this is very like doable for Thanksgiving because it's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm present, and I want to look good, you know what I mean? So it's not doing too much, and I feel like it's just very neutral, and I don't know, you can't go wrong with a neutral look. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. I hope that you learned something new, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.